What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? How you guys doing? What's up, Gavin Witt? I see you in the comment section, man. If you're here, check in the comment section. Let me know what you're all about today, and let's get started. We have a excuse me about that. I'm yelling too much at kids. And I guess in my game as well too. I yell a lot, but I will try to talk through it. Today I wanted to start out unlike we usually start out. I wanted to start out with the picture of the day. All right, because I mean this team is exploding into the Western Conference top half, and they are now the second ranked team in power rankings, behind the Golden State Warriors, who just got Klay Thompson back, who had a great game. Had a dunk over someone. He rarely gets dunks. Shot like 40% from three. Threw up 18 shots in like 20 minutes. It was awesome. So he came back like there was like no rust at all. But maybe it was just him and being excited. Let's see where he goes from there. But the second place team is the Grizzlies, and they played against my Lakers and killed us, man. And Ja Morant, man. Ja Morant. Ja. What up, Noah Masseth? Ja Morant. He's a special kid. Someone just asked me today, is he as good as a prime D Rose? Is he as good as Derrick Rose was during his MVP year? And I say like not yet, but he's like very close. He's just missing like maybe like the weight, but he can overcome that by his 3-point shot, which Derrick Rose didn't really have. And then defensively, they're probably like the same. But yeah, this dude can fly. All right. If you didn't watch the game, here are the two different clips that are just the most amazing things ever. All right. Which one do I want to show first? I want to show his dunk first. All right. Watch it real quick, man. He's amazing.
Avery Bradley.
Oh wait, that's the block. My bad. We'll get back to that one. Here's the dunk.
Defensively, you do not play with the basketball. Good contest by Kyle Anderson. But you'll live with Avery Bradley shooting threes. Here's a lob for Morant. What a delivery and what a finish by Morant.
I mean, Morant's high on this one, man. Like, this dude can fly. And he's been injured a few times. I hope he doesn't have like a big injury, because he just jumps so high that like landing becomes a real very tough thing. All right. But he gets up. I mean, his head is by the rim. He's like ducking away from the rim. It's insane how high he jumps. But for the block, let me rewind it a tad bit.
Avery Bradley with the deflection against Bang. Oh, Morant! What an incredible block that you're going to ever see. Yeah, Bane's the initial defender, and he blocks it with two hands and almost grabbed it off the glass.
Unreal play
almost
by
hits his
John
head on the rim.
Unreal, right? This guy, just look where he is
backboard,
when he
sorry.
catches it at the top of the square, the box on the backboard. Look at his hands up there. He almost hit his head on.
That is insane. And I mean, Ja Morant, man. Like, that dude is an athletic phenom. And I wish nothing but the best for his career. What jersey are you going to wear today, John? I don't know. I just go through the jerseys and they're in order. I have like 50 of them. Because I always wanted jerseys when I was growing up because I couldn't afford them. And I don't know, I just like them a lot. But people started buying them for me. Got my first one when I was in 8th grade. It was a Penny Hardaway jersey given to me by some schoolmates for a going away present when I left California to move to Colorado. And Kirsten Dunst was in that. She's an actress who was in the first Spider-Man and the second Spider-Man and Small Soldiers and Interview with the Vampire. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. If you know her, who cares? It doesn't matter. But yeah, so that was my first jersey. Kids have bought me them since I've like joined. It's basically like the only like gift that I really ever liked. But yeah, I have a whole bunch of jerseys, and I wear them so you guys can like know who these players are, kind of wonder who they are, kind of know the history of basketball and everything like that. So I'm not sure which one I'm gonna wear yet, but I will wear a new one every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So come see which jersey I'm gonna wear. I don't know. That's why you show up. All right. Moving on, those are Ja's highlights. We have our own chance to make some highlights this weekend. If you're coming to the games, it is Saturday. We will know our schedule by late Thursday or early Friday, whenever they happen to give it to us. And it's the first Elite Team tournament. We have a lot of Elite Team tournaments coming up here, but the next one isn't until February for President's Day. Then we have like one for like, what is it, like St. Patrick's Day. All right, so show up to these things. This is a chance for us to get better, so that when we do start traveling, that we're prepared. All right, these are big events, and I mean, we're gonna struggle at first because we don't know each other, we don't know our plays yet, we don't know things like that, we don't know defense yet, but we're gonna gain so much through these games, and hopefully we can actually film the games as well, so that I can break them down. And if you're not in the breakdown, I mean, you're gonna take it less, because in the back of your mind you're gonna be like, I would have got that. Yeah, no, I understand that because you weren't in the video. It's stupid, but if you're in the video, then you can see your mistakes. I think that your mistakes way more. But either way, whenever I do these breakdowns, I want you guys to go through and identify them. So tomorrow, Tuesday, we will talk about all of our game focuses. All right, and we have 12 different game focuses, and I'm going to teach them to you guys. And if we focus on those things in the games, we have an enormous chance to win those games. If we do these 12 things, and 9 of them are dunk the basketball, make threes, none of them are like that. I don't think making a basket is one of those things. It's not. Jumping really, really high to dunk, it's not. All right, jumping really, really high to block someone's shot, it's not. It's all things that you guys are capable of doing. All right, like getting back on defense first. Like being patient. Don't shoot the ball too fast. Like being in help side defense. You know, the ball's on the opposite side of the court. You can stand wherever you want. No matter what court it is, if you're on an NBA court, you could stand in the middle. No one's stopping you from doing that. So if you stand in the right spots, we have a chance to win. All right, and it's things like that that will just add up and give us wins. So I know people like winning better than they like even getting better. So that's why we do this elite team. And I teach you guys how to win. But you guys have to show up for the games, show up for the practices, and everything else. All right. Wanted to show you guys the attendance. All right. So if you're keeping track of the attendance, it's on this page, on the rosters page, and you scroll down, or you can come to our first. On Mondays I have an updated sheet for you guys to look at. But Connor Rush is still leading, and he's doing high school basketball. I don't think I've ever seen that. I've seen it from Ben Levy because he came every morning, but he never played for his high school team. Noah Massett is right behind him at 10. Gavin Witt is at 9, and then Austin is at 7.5. Then we got Jake at 7. All right, here's your chance to keep up with Connor if you ever could. He's done with high school basketball in March. For these first 2 months, if he's beating you by then, when he comes back from high school, he's gonna smoke you. All right, if you want to keep up with him and stay as good as he's getting, he's definitely the person increasing the most right now. If you want to stay up with that, you have to start. You have to at least be able to keep track of him right now. All right, we're only on January 10th, I believe. That's a third of the month. I have had some starts like this before, where it was more events than days in the month. All right, the highest one that I could think of is this guy right here, Derek Cortarba. All right, he showed up 35 times in January one year. All right, 35 times in January. He was exhausted though. He was done. Kind of like Noah looked during his private session late last night. It is tiresome, but all that energy gets revamped, and then you get stronger because of it. Every time that you break down muscles, they build up stronger. Break them down, build them up strong. Break them down, build them up strong. That's kind of why you lift and why you're so tired after lifting. All right. So if you get super tired, it's a good thing. You just have to just like rest, and then you'll come back even stronger, especially while you're developing skill. All right. So great job so far with all these attendance points. Keep going, you guys. It's a great start. Let's just go for it now as a whole. All right. Talking about other things about our team, we have the elite team. All right, the incentives, we will start giving you guys your incentives tomorrow. So you saw the people that were at 10 and 9 and things like that, right? That means that they were past 5. Anyone past 5, we don't have the basketballs yet, which totally sucks. They're way behind. I mean, seriously, it's been like 2.5 months. It's crazy. I ordered those things so long ago, but COVID is what it is, right? But you will, you'll get your basketballs the moment that they come in if you're past 5 events. You also get the ball pump, the water bottle, and then 2 coins. You only get the coins though if you show up. Like, let's just say that you have over 5 workouts right now. You need to show up Tuesday. All right, you must show up Tuesday. We will have a bag for you that has the coins inside of it, the water bottle, and the ball pump, and it has your name on it, whatever. But if you don't show up, just so we don't like lose coins, and so we get more people showing up every week, we remove the coins from the bag. You still have the other stuff. We'll give it to you some other day, but you won't get the coins. So you get a kind of like a, it's a milestone. You still get your stuff, but you minus the coins if you don't show up the next possible day. All right, so it might be the Tuesday, it might be the Thursday. Make sure that you show up. So watch your incentive milestones. If you're at like 4 or like 5, make sure that you show up to that next event, or 14, 15, or 30, or 50. All right, and you get these things as you show up there. The coins are to be used for other things that we need for our team, including the backpack, which we can't really buy until March. All right, so you can't really buy anything until March when we have our party. So that means that you have to show up to that party. All right, see how I'm forcing you guys to show up to certain things? This will develop a program and a culture by which we can totally improve. All right. Next up, right away, we got our trivia question for the day. We got an early trivia thing here. And hopefully you guys can just Google the answer. There's no way that you actually know it. But Finn Kaufman's winning 6-1 on Connor Rush. Connor is, man, he barely loses each and every single time. I don't think that Finn or Connor are here today. So if you're here, you have a chance to get the right answer. Again, just use Google, guys. Just type in what I say. Come on now. All right. The question is this. The question is, the first women's basketball game was played in 1892 at which college? The first women's basketball game was played in 1892 at which college? So women have been playing basketball for a long time, of course, because they were allowed to do whatever men were allowed to do. But which college was that first game? All right. Let me know in the comment section, and then we will move on from there. Good luck with this. I don't think anyone's gonna answer it super fast because Finn Kaufman isn't here today. All right, so let's move on. Let's check out the homework. Who's posted homework? We got Limitless. Who's posted some homework? Connor Rush posting his 5-minute challenge and his ball spins. Great job. Let's see. Did Jake Aaron stop posting? I think he might have. Roy Dawes posted again. Oh, no, that was from yesterday. All right, who's the latest post? Roy Dawes as well. He just likes to post song lyrics because he's a weirdo, but it's okay. All right. So good job with the homework. Stanford is Jake Aaron's guess. Let's see. Is it Stanford? Is it Stanford? Is it Stanford? It is not Stanford. Was that a guess? You had me thinking twice. I was like, that's not what I read, but it sounded really right. Stanford's such an old school too, but it is not Stanford. Nice guess, Jake Aarons. All right. So great job with the homework. Whoever's posting it. You only have one guess for this thing. If you have any more guesses, you have until the end of the show to answer it. Not super worried about it. All right. And let's move on to our. Which one do I want to go with? Let's go to our movie of the day. All right. For the movie of the day, it is Cobb. All right. Not like corn on the cob. All right. It's just Cobb. And he's a baseball player. I've heard of this dude. All right. He's basically the first superstar of baseball. You know how there's Babe Ruth? This guy was older than Babe Ruth. There was guys like Hannes Wagner. All right. And but this guy, he was the first person inducted into the Hall of Fame. That's pretty neat, right? The first person inducted ever into the Hall of Fame. So before Cy Young, before Babe Ruth, before Mickey Mantle, before all these other guys, Ty Cobb. This movie was in 1994. I didn't watch it, but I did read the little thing about it. And basically, he was an old dying man, and he wanted someone to write his biography so he could he could get the truth out there. And as the guy starts talking to him, the guy realizes the truth is this guy's a jerk. like a really bad one, like ran off everyone in his life, carries guns, and just like shoots them off in his house, like craziness, right? Like he's mean to like doctors, mean to everyone. And like he's like racist, like he's a drunk, everything. He's like, dude, like this guy's not a good guy. Like, how am I supposed to write a good book about him? And but he was a fan, so he's just learning more and more things about this life. Then he starts treating that biographer guy mean too. And throughout all this time, this guy decides he's going to write 2 books. One book about the way that the guy wants him to write it, like the glowing, nice book. And then he's going to let him die. And then he's going to write the second book. And he's going to write the real story, like that. That was his goal. But then he starts to know him some more. But that's basically like what this movie's about. And what it reminds me of is just like our heroes in life. Like, they all have their issues as well. They say that money can't solve problems, well, neither can fame, right? We're all going to have our issues. And these people that we put on pedestals, sometimes they don't really deserve them. All right, and there's like Michael Jordan had like a gambling addict and stuff like that. Charles Barkley said he was not a hero. Do not call me hero, right? There's been other people in legal troubles and things like that. All right, they are human beings. They have their issues, right? And sometimes they have their demons, and sometimes those demons are what created them. So all I have to say to you is, yes, if like your parents died, you might be more invigorated. You might be like broken because of that, but it might also give the opposite. You might be like invigorated to the point where like you can make up like the pros. All right. If like you have like some like tragedies in your life, or you have like if you have like an addictive personality, where like yes, if you start to smoke, you will be a smoking addict. You do drugs, you'll be a drug addict. But if you start exercising a lot, you'll be an exercise addict. Right? And none of it's really good, whether it's positive or negative. But since you're an addictive personality type, you might as well go in the positive way, and then you become someone like what's his name? Steve Jobs, right? Where he was so addicted to working that he created the freaking iPhone, right? But it killed him early, right? And these people that are extraordinary, they might be honest because we're healthy individuals. But with that said, if you still want to make it there are healthy ways to make it there. But you have to be ridiculously dedicated. And you have to go outside of who you believe you are. All right? The trivia answer was Smith College. That is the answer. Gavin Witt. Was that his first point ever? It is. All right, I'm going to add your name to the thing real quick, Gavin Witt, and give you a point. Great job. That was a long time it took you to answer that question. But yes, it is Smith College, and that is the story of Ty Cobb. And if we want to be great like all these people, again, we will have to fake our greatness because we don't have the traumatic experiences. You shouldn't really need those. All right? That's almost like a shortcut. All right? You should be able to do it without those things, but just know why it's hard. These people, their minds are kind of messed up sometimes, and it forces them to be amazing in these ways that we see on TV, but it causes them like some really, really bad trouble stuff behind the scenes. All right? If you can become amazing without being an addict, without being a jerk, without being like obsessed, and you still have the drive to become amazing, you're even better than they are, even if you finish at a lower clef than they do. All right? So strive for that. That would be unreal, basically. All right. So speaking about the trivia, all right, we got Gavin Witt now on the board with 1 point. Great job, Gavin Witt. But yes, the first women's basketball game was played in 1892 at which college? At Smith College, known as the mother of women's basketball. Physical education instructor Cinda Berenson Abbott introduced the then-now indoor sport to female students at the small Western Massachusetts college, Smith College, who had to play while wearing floor-length skirts and corsets. She developed the first rule book for women's basketball and was the first woman inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame in 1985. Isn't that crazy? We just talked about Ty Cobb being inducted the first, and now this lady's inducted into the first. Total happenstance. All right, you guys, let's move on. We got our elementary stuff right here. For elementary, you got drives and rotations. This is a great one for our team practices. But we're not doing this one tomorrow. We are doing our middle school stuff. But drives and rotations is if they drive baseline, the opposite wing goes down to the corner, and the opposite block comes up toward the middle of the basket. If the wing drives toward the middle of the basket, the opposite block goes to the opposite block. The opposite block switches blocks, looking for the reverse Mikan, and the opposite wing comes up to the top of the key, looking for the driver to do a twist, jump stop, pass. All right, 180 tangent for shots. This is just our play tangent, and that's working on it for while getting shots. Down screen, screen away. When we down screen, this is how we give space, and it's how we should play defense. By basically, if your man down screens for someone, you should get out the way, so that the screen is as skinny as possible. I'm going to show you that real quick, all right, just so you guys can kind of maybe understand and have a chance to understand. All right, so if the ball's up top, all right, and this person is right there, and this person is right there, he's going to screen down for him. He's going to step under and then step out and use that screen. The reason that he does screen down is because this guy's being guarded. So he goes like this, goes down, and he hits that guy, and this guy comes off, right? Very, very simple, right? Now rewind it some more. Once this guy's here, though, if they go down together, as he steps underneath the basket, always step underneath the basket, okay? All right, and as he comes down to the screen and he's guarding his man, right? He doesn't want to create a bigger screen than there should be, because now this guy, as he goes out, this guy has to navigate between two people and go way outside of him. Well, now that guy can just be like wide open right here. All right, so we don't want it to be a big screen. We want it to be a skinny screen. So one more time, as this guy comes down, he steps underneath the basket. As he comes down, he gives him room. He steps back. He steps away from the ball. So now, as the screen's there, he backed off of him, and now this guy can go right through the middle, and that's the process. All right, for a screen down. Now, after he passes to the wing, like this, and if this guy wants to screen away, like that, well, we're not just going to follow him. We're going to stay here and lane rule. So he's going to screen, he's going to come over, and you're here, protecting right here, as long as you can, while this guy tries to get back and get back in front of his man, and then you get back. If you're wondering about this pass, right there, this is where ball side, the guy guarding the ball, it should be way up on his man. And then, of course, there is also an extra man right here in the help side. And if you're guarding that guy, you're playing the middle anyways. So if they do throw the pass inaccurately, you can always get it. So this guy prevents him from throwing a crazy accurate alley-oop, and this guy prevents him from getting anything like, whatever through there during these few seconds that he's lane rolling. That's a lot to even draw out, a lot more to work on, but we need to work on it by seeing it, by hearing it, and by doing it. So you guys got the first two right now. All right. 3 for layup. That's a play that we run. It's also called circles. All right, and it's basically I like to do it for layups and jump shots, and because it's kind of confusing. During games, we hardly use this. We would use it if a team wasn't playing in help side, but it's very confusing. But I like going over it. 10 seconds tie game. If there's we're going to give you our offensive defensive plan. Basically, we want to take the last shot if it's a tie game, and if we're on defense, we want to make sure that our hand is in their face and we're not fouling them and we're not letting them have easy penetrations and no layups and things like that. If it's a tie game, we want the game to go into overtime. 10 plus seconds down by 3 with free throws with the timeouts, our sideline out of bounds. That's what we're doing there. And then let's just go real quick. This is what we're actually doing tomorrow. All right, doing our spin move series to begin practice. So I'm just going to show you guys that stuff. Hopefully you guys can keep up. Then we have 2-on-2-on-2 triangle, which is extremely complicated, but it talks about our basic offense, which is just dribble up the court, pass to the wing, cut to the basket, go out the weak side. I mean, like, that's basically what this is. We don't get further than that during this drill. Sometimes don't get further than that during the games. So this is the basic gist of our plays. It'll help us on Saturday as well. Force post to the middle. if we're guarding someone on the wing, we want to force them to the baseline. But if we're guarding someone on the post, we want to force them to the middle so that we have as much help side as possible. Poly and pyramid, they're going to run 2 more of our plays, so you get to practice 2 more plays. But we're going to do this in. It's in like I can't even show you right here. I think it'd be too complex for you guys. But poly is our Iverson cut going from one wing to the next. Pyramid is our screen away down screen play, and we mix them together so that the point guard will choose which one is happening, and he'll say it, and then everyone needs to react accordingly. So all 5 people on the court need to understand the entire play. 0 to 3 seconds up by 3 with sideline out of bounds. If we have the ball, so on sideline out of bounds, and we're up by 3. If they have the ball and we're up by 3, we want to make sure that they don't get a 3-pointer. Right now we want to switch every single screen, and the most dangerous man on the court, if there's like 2 seconds left, is not the inbounder anymore. To pass it in and pass it back would be a tough pass. So now when the ball gets passed in, the guy guarding the ball can kind of sag off and look for anyone coming open, so he can help out. 10 plus seconds down by 3 with free throws, full court. If you have 12 seconds down by 3, again, you want to push the ball up the court. I would say that you are looking for either a quick 2 or looking for a good 3 with this. All right, let's go on to the story of the day, and then we're gonna finish up with that. All right, story of the day. Fans aren't allowed to play in NBA games. Very few make a D1 college team that plays against future NBA stars. But most everyone has a chance to play the best players when they're young. So if you get the chance to play the best potential NBA players, ignore your fears and take that chance every time before you're no longer allowed to. All right, so I'm sure even you guys would love to play against an NBA player one day. Well, it's almost impossible. Okay? Steph Curry's not just going to come off the court and let you on the NBA court to play. But you guys all would want to, I believe. And for those of you guys trying to make it to college, those chances are better, but probably not as likely as well, especially playing in D1. Right? So, I've already checked the homework today, man. I checked the homework, but I'll check it again for you. But playing against a future NBA guy in high school is a better chance. But maybe your high school won't play against those guys. Chances are, in your lifetime, the only chance that you'll have to play against NBA guys are between 2nd grade and 7th or 8th grade. That's the only chance you'll ever have to play against NBA people. But the flip side of it is, when they're in the NBA, they're famous. So you're like, I want to play them when they're famous, not when they're not famous. And you also, when you're older, you're braver. When you're young, you're like, I'm scared. I'm a little kid. So it's like, it's backwards. So you guys have to step up. And then for the coaches, for most coaches, they won't play you against those NBA guys. I will. So you have a chance on all these trips that we take to play against future NBA guys. Take that chance. Strike out fear in your life and take that chance. Here's our chance to go get it. All right? We're going to play against some future NBA guys. Then follow those guys, And then they should follow you because you go into the pros too. All right? Anyways, what's the quote of the day? No, I'll show you that I showed homework already. I went through the homework, I looked at it all. There goes Noah Massett at the top. He just added his. Okay, good job now. All right. But the quote of the day, let's check out the quote of the day. Become a legend. And this is how you do that. All right? You may not become a pro, but you may. And if you were to become a pro, how'd you do it? Was it by playing against other future pros, or was it by playing against nobody? It wasn't by playing against nobody. It was by playing against amazing players. If you were to make it, chance in a million, whatever, right? If that's possible, you did it by playing against other pros. Now, if you're too scared to play against them and you're not going to go on our trips, that's your fault. And if you want to play them in high school, you're going to have to go to a top school. If you want to play them in college, you got to make D1. If you want to play them in the pros, you got to make the pros. This is your chance for free to play them. They play everyone. They're everywhere. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's all become legends ourselves, okay, guys? All right, don't forget the quote of the day is the quote of tomorrow is to become a legend. That's my time. I will talk to y'all later. Keep posting stuff. Keep getting better. Keep improving, and let's go get this, guys. I'll see y'all at workout tonight. Practice tomorrow, and then we got games over the weekend. Make sure that you're signed up. Cue my music. Thank you. All right, peace, y'all.